Hi everyone, this is Suhail and we are the Toronto Tamil couples. Today in our channel we are going to launch a new series of videos related to work permit, already processed work permit. People who have already got work permit and are in India and going to travel to Canada. What are the things that you need to know and what are the things that you want in Canada is going to be elaborated in this video. And also there are going to be some tips and tricks that I'm going to tell you now. If people who are going to apply for work permit in future, then you can use these tips to make sure that you don't make any mistakes. So generally a work permit is of two types. When an employer that you're working for is processing it for you, it is the closed work permit, and another one is the open work permit. So generally he or she who is working for an employer gets a closed work permit, wherein like your employer, if you have been with an employer for a longer time and you have projects in Canada, or you have clients in Canada, or your employer has office in Canada, then they can be able to help you with a work permit and you can come here and work for them in Canada. So closed work permit is something like when an employer gives you and Canada approves it for you, then you can only work for that particular employer when you come to Canada. That is called closed work permit. So when you are traveling and you have dependents with you, then you can apply visas for them as well. So the first tip that I'm going to tell you regarding this is if your dependent is traveling with you, there are two visas that you can apply for. One is the dependent visa, which is obviously is a visitor visa. The second one is called the open work permit. So all these videos are all from our personal experiences. So whatever I thought and I had gone through, I'm sharing it with you. So I would suggest you to go for open work permit when you are applying for your spouse. This is because, for example, if you're staying for a longer period of time like 18 months or so, then your family is eligible for a tax fund or a refund called the CCB, child care benefit. So for getting the child care benefit, which is obviously like a part of fund from your salary that Canada detects, it will be at least helpful for you. So only when your wife has a SIN number, then you will be able to apply for that. Okay, so that means you have to make sure either if your wife is working or not, he's going to work or not, your husband is going to work or not, make sure that you apply for open work permit for your spouse or husband, like whoever is doing the work permit. So that is the first tip. You can also apply for dependent visa, but in that case, your wife or your husband will not be able to work for any employer in Canada, and also will not be eligible for the CCB or the SIN number. Okay, so that is the first reason that you need to have open work permit. The process for open work permit is very simple. It doesn't take much documentation as well. It's generally a different type of forms, and you can reach out to your employee who is filing for your work permit to help you out with it, and you can apply for open work permit for your dependents. That is the first tip from our side. The second tip is when you're applying for the work permit and it got approved, and then when you're trying to come back to Canada, make sure that you get the fund that is allocated to you from your employer. Usually your employer will give you a certain fund to start off with for your life here in Canada. Make sure that you get it. That is because you have to pay 2 months of rents for your family to take a house or apartment here, which means that, say for example, if a rent is $1,500, you at least need $3,000 to start off with. So make sure that you get the required fund from your employer before you start from India to Canada. If you're going to come from US to Canada and your work permit is being processed, and if your kid is a US citizen, then you no need to have a study permit applied for him, or you no need to have a visa applied for him. Okay, so you can just come and the officer of the immigration will help you with the necessary forms, and they will give you the documents for the same, and he or she, your kid, can come and enroll in studies here in Canada. The fourth tip is whoever is going to apply for a work permit in future or is under the process, make sure that you have a passport validity of at least 4 to 5 years. Okay, that will make sure that you have hassle free access when you renew your work permit, etc., because or else you have to go again back to an Indian embassy or BLS internationals here to acquire a new passport. So make sure that your dependents or your kids have at least 3 to 5 years validity in your passport If you have 2 years or less validity, you will be able to apply. But if you can wait and you can make sure that you have enough time to apply for your work permit, then you can quickly do the passport renewal at any passport office and make sure that you get the validity required. So that is the fourth step, which can help you avoid any hassles in the future. Number 5. So generally in an average yearly, around 3 lakh applicants have been granted work permit in Canada. So when you are preparing the document, make sure that you put lot of tools that you have worked on and you have created in the document to support your claim. Most of my friends, or most of the people from a higher organization, have always had a positive result in work permit. So that's a good sign, and I'm hoping that people who are going to apply for that gets their work permit approved and come to Canada with a smiling face. So this video will be helpful to you, and the series of video that is going to come after this will also help you to know better of Canada. Please do make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and all the updates will come to you as soon as we upload a new video, and you will be able to have access to it and gain more knowledge before you step into Canada. Take care, have a good day.